Hey everybody, it's John Abbott. I have a build tip for you. This one is about glue. Now, most of the time when you're building your robot, you want to eliminate as much gluing as possible out during the design phase. Attaching parts together with glue is probably one of the worst ways you can do it because it can be brittle and it's fairly permanent. So if you need to undo something, you're either going to break your pieces or you're going to have glue residue everywhere. So if you have to attach parts together, you want to use mechanical fasteners as much as possible. That being said, occasionally glue is called for. If you break one of your plastic printed pieces, and you don't have the time, money, or inclination to print another one, you may end up having to glue them together, or there may just be places where glue really is the only thing that works. So the tip is this: if you are using a big tube of glue like this, it's really difficult to get just a tiny amount out. And unfortunately, these tubes are made of sort of like a metal foil. So when you press on this, if you're not absolutely careful, you can actually create pressure inside so that after you get the glue you want, it'll actually keep coming out, and it's really messy and you end up having too much glue and having to clean things up. It's awful. So better is to use one of these. This is a medicine dropper. Okay, it's not a syringe, it's just a medicine dropper. So this one is 5 milliliters. I got a box of 100 of them from Amazon for, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks or something. I will never have to buy another box of these. These are great for a couple reasons. One, they're very, very precise. So if you have glue in here and you can just squeeze out the tiniest little amount, and as soon as you stop pushing on the plunger, the pressure inside equalizes out and glue will stop coming out. The other thing that I like about these is they have a little cap on the end. So if you are not done with this thing, you can just cap it. And because very little air is allowed into the chamber, the glue will last in here for at least a few days. So between build sessions. But if it dries out, it doesn't matter. You have a box of 100 of these. You can just toss it and use a new one next time. So essentially what you want to do is this. Pull the plunger all the way out until you've just got this. Open up see, I already had negative pressure in there. So you're just going to put as much as you need. It's probably not going to be that much. See how it's still trying to flow out? Imagine you're trying to glue parts together and that's happening to you. So then I'm gonna hold this thing, I'm gonna put the stopper in the end, but then I'm gonna tip it upwards so that the air is at the top, and I'm gonna slowly squeeze this up. Just until I get all the air out. All right, now you're ready to go. So if you need to put glue on a part, see how precise you can be? Look, just a tiny little bit. Because when you're gluing these plastic parts, you don't need very much glue. So just a tiny little bit, and then as soon as I stop pushing on it, it stops coming out. Now again, there's very little contact with the air on this glue because it's inside of this dropper. So it's actually gonna last in here. It's not gonna set up immediately. I can just put this cap on and walk away. And frankly, most of the time I forget to put the cap on and it's still all right. So that's the glue tip. Get yourself some medicine droppers. Never try to glue directly from this tube or I guarantee you're gonna have a mess.